Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Benning. I'm an assistant professor of English here at Odessa College, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. Now in this video, I'm going to provide an introduction to how I've set everything up in Blackboard and give you some tips on how to navigate the course. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get started with the syllabus and my contact information. So to find that information, you need to move to the Start Here section in our class. Once you click on that, the module is going to expand to show a bunch of different items that you can access. Now we're going to focus first on the course syllabus. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to take you to what we call our simple syllabus. Right at the top, you'll be able to see our course information, including my contact information. Now, I prefer being contacted by email, or you can text the number that's highlighted here, that's listed under cell phone. So those are my two methods of communication that I typically prefer, mostly because I respond to them very quickly, and because I also just don't really like talking on the phone. However, if you do want to call me, you can call my office phone number that's listed here. If I don't answer, just please leave a message. And the same thing goes for the cell phone that's provided here. It is a Google Voice account, and so once again, if you call and you don't get, if I don't pick up immediately, please just leave a message and tell me who you are, what class you're in, and also maybe give me an idea of what your question is going to be. That way, I'll know what I'm going into whenever I do call you back. My student support hours, or my office hours, where I'm actually available to meet and discuss the class with students, are listed here. And also on Fridays from 11 to 1 p.m., I will be available in Zoom for students if you need to contact me there as well. Now, next up is going to be our textbooks. Now, lucky for you all, there is no textbook for this class. In fact, I'm actually going to be providing all the readings for you. So if there are any readings that are going to be assigned to the class, I will be the one to provide them. So there's no textbook that you need to purchase for this class. Next up in the grading section of the syllabus that I'd like to discuss is basically that I use a weighted grading system in all of my classes. Now, depending on the class that you're in, the percentages might be a little different. So for example, in this class, it's an online course, so I don't really have an attendance grade. However, if you are seeing me face-to-face, then there will be an attendance percentage for that grade. And then the major assignments will be worth around 20 to 25%, depending on the course that you're taking. So pay close attention to the grades and which assignments are weighted more heavily. The next portion of the syllabus that I would like to discuss is my late work policy. Now, I do accept late work, and I will be happy to work with students in submitting their assignments, especially if there are things going on in your life that you need to, that are going to prevent you from being able to complete work on time. So if you feel like you're not going to be able to submit an assignment on the due date, please let me know, and I'll be happy to grant you an extension so that way you don't face any kind of late work penalties. However, if you do submit an assignment late, I do have a section in each of my rubrics. It's called Professionalism, that will tell you how much points you're going to lose depending on how late the assignment is. So be very careful and pay attention to the rubric, and also please make sure and definitely work on your time management skills. It does help to kind of make schedules of when you're going to work on assignments and when you're going to work on specific classes. So that can also be a very useful technique that you can use to help you manage your course load. And finally, Odessa College does offer some assistance for people with disabilities. That can be learning disabilities, physical disabilities. Just make sure that if you do have a disability, or if you would like accommodations in all of your classes, then please make sure and contact the Office of Disability Services, and they can provide you with the tools and also the paperwork necessary in order to make sure that you get all the accommodations that you need for this class. Now, that being said, If you do have any kind of cognitive, emotional, or even physical disability that's going to prevent you from, or that's going to mean that you need more time on assignments, please, as I said before, on the late work policy, let me know and I'll be happy to work with you on making sure that you're successful in this course. Next, we're going to talk about the course schedule, which can also be found just below the course syllabus. Now, when you click on the course schedule in this class, it's going to take you to essentially like a week by week calendar of what we're going to be doing and what's expected of you in this course. Now, I've planned out all the assignments in this class, so I've planned out the entire course from the first week to the final week in all of my classes. And so make sure you do pay close attention to the calendar here, the schedule here, so that way you know which sections you need to be working on. You can also look at the calendar for the course in Blackboard, and it's easier for me at least to look at the month, and you can actually see what assignments are due when. They're going to look like this on the screen. And so make sure you do pay close attention to when assignments are due. I typically will have assignments due every other day in this course, so pay close attention to those due dates. Next, I'm going to talk about assignments. So in each kind of like block here that you can see, I've got the course split up into weeks, where if you click on it, you can actually see the reading assignments and the writing assignments that are going to be due for that week. I've got two folders, one for each. When you click on the folder, it shows you everything that you're responsible for reading or watching for that week. So please do make sure and keep up with the readings. They are there for a purpose. And so make sure that you actually do complete them. Whereas the writing assignments folder contains all the assignments that you need to submit. They can include short work assignments like a short discussion board assignment, or they can also include like a worksheet that I'm going to want you to fill out. So do make sure that you pay really close attention to the assignments, their due dates, and also how you're going to submit them. If it's a discussion board, typically you're going to write a new post directly into the discussion board, and you're going to write your replies directly into the discussion board itself. However, if, like for example, this proposal worksheet assignment, when you take a look at it, you can see that I have asked you to attach a Word or a PDF file. So make sure that you actually do follow the instructions and complete the assignment according to those instructions. And finally, we're going to take a look at the gradebook, or where you can check your grades. So up at the top here, where it says content, calendar, discussions, and gradebook, you can actually take a look at the gradebook here. And I've got everything basically organized so that way it's for the most part, in the order of importance. So the first few assignments that are going to be typically listed are going to be the assignments that are weighted more heavily. So for example, in this class, the proposal essay, the annotated bibliography, and the research paper are weighted more heavily than all the other assignments in the course, so that's why they're at the top. Now, once I grade an assignment, this little area here in gray where it says basically like a /100, you'll be able to see your grade there. Once I grade assignments and the grades are populated into these fields, you'll be able to see your current average. I have it set up so that way you can see a running average of your grade in this class. So make sure you do double check the gradebook. I will note that I have noticed or I've been told that students sometimes will come directly to the gradebook and go directly to the assignments that are due here instead of going through the content section. Please make sure that you actually do go through the content in the course and don't just complete assignments based on these rubrics. Otherwise, you may have some problems with understanding what's expected of in those assignments. Okay, so that's our class, at least how I typically set up all of my classes. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'll be happy to provide any kind of assistance that I can. All right, and I will see y'all later. Bye.